Okay, so one of the ingredients that we're making ourselves, and it's barbecue sauce. Whole ingredients. I like my tomato paste and my apple cider vinegar and my Worcestershire sauce to create my base for this. Now there's going to be like pretty much everything you see here is going to go all into the same casserole dish, and all the flavors are going to go together. But if you were to make a barbecue sauce for some other reason, this is the barbecue sauce. So start with 1 can of tomato paste and apple cider vinegar, a mixture of apple cider vinegar and Worcestershire sauce. Now I want about a 50-50 of the two of these in this can, but I'm not going to fill the can completely. I'm only going to fill the can, I go in between 2/3 and 3/4, right? And that's quite a bit of fluid. Some people say a full can, 1-to-1, but I tried that and it's just too strong with the Worcestershire and the vinegar. So, like I say, a little over 2/3, leading a little closer to the 3/4 full, like that. And so I don't know if you can see that over there, but you know, it's up to about here. And then I'm just gonna put that in there, like so, and there it is. And that's half vinegar, half Worcestershire. So you fold this in first because it's quite splashy, right? Get those two going together, and it's amazing. You know, the tomato paste is so dry that it picks up that sauce like nothing. I'm going to use a fork because this spoon's just crazy to use for this. We're going to be going through a few utensils here, so I'm just going to set that over there. There we go. Looks nice. Other things that we're going to put in here are raw onions and raw garlic and our infused oil that we saw earlier. Quite a lot of dried mustard powder. That's something I was watching a show, you know, I mean, I just wasn't born with all this, so we got this stuff here, dried mustard powder, and I'll put like quite a lot of that in there, like 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons will go in there. Okay, so this is coming to a nice consistency. It doesn't really need to be too much. I just don't want it all splashing all over the place as I'm adding other ingredients. So, contrasting flavors in barbecue sauce. I've got heat as cayenne pepper, right? It's hot, a little more. Bitterness is the pink pepper. So you just put that in the mortar and pestle, you know, a fair bit of it. Crush that up. I mean, you just gotta crush it up so that the flavor gets out of there. Throw that stuff in there. It smells fantastic. Okay. Curry. I like curry in there. Like I say, curry just has a ton of different flavors in it, like the Worcestershire sauce. And if you put some in there, this is mild curry, right? So there you go. It's sweet, if anything, but you get a lot of different flavors. So I've got that sweetness there, and heat, and the bitterness, and the vinegar, and the Worcestershire, and then we're gonna put some honey for a little more sweetness, but it's a different kind of sweet. It's real sugar. I want the sugar of it. So there you go. Fair bit, you know. You could put more in there, but it'll be kind of sweet already. So that's good for me. Mix that stuff in there. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be cooking it for, you know, 4 hours in the oven. The flavors are all going to move around, that's for sure. Okay, so that's good there. I want some raw garlic in there. Get rid of that guy. I don't like those little end bits on my garlic. I think they're nasty, so I don't put them in. And I don't use a garlic press. I know a lot of people do, but I just don't do it. I just cut off the end. Give it a crush, slice it up, and away you go, just like that. And with our onion, again, safety first. Okay, there we go. All right, cut this way. And I try to cut the onion thin so that when you're going with the grain of the onion, you get more moisture and fluid and stuff out of the onion. That's good there. So we've got raw garlic, raw onion in there. And that's it for that. Oh, salt. We need a fair bit of salt in there. Fair bit. Okay, that's looking pretty good. There we go. Salty. That's important. The salt is, it goes against the tomato paste. And as you can see, we have lots of tomato paste in there, so we need lots of salt. Last thing is our infused oil. There it is. It's warm. You know what's infused when... Yeah, see, I can smell all the herbs in the oil. The oils have come out of the herbs and gone into the olive oil, and you can smell all those herbs and all that stuff. So just put that in there. There we go. That's good enough there. And fold that all in, and away you go. You've got barbecue sauce that costs, you know, the money is an issue, right? It's less money than a bottle of Bullseye, and or any of those other, anything you buy, this costs less. Second, there is no preservatives in here. I mean, what did we just use? Anything that has preservatives in it, maybe the tomato paste, but probably not, and the curry, probably not. So we're going for whole foods. Now the curry is not a whole food because I did not make the curry. We all know that, so I'm kind of cheating there a bit. But that's my essence. The sauce itself, the tomato paste and everything, the honey, you know, came from outside. We got a beehive out there. So that was really cool. And the herbs, well, we saw that earlier too. Ooh. Okay. So that's good. That's barbecue sauce. Just like that. Now I've got these sun-dried tomatoes. You can throw those in there, right? I'm gonna throw them in there, but that's not really an ingredient to our barbecue sauce. I want that for roasting purposes with our ribs here. But I'm just gonna fold them in anyways. Okay, so that's that. Next thing we're gonna do is we are going to assemble our ribs in that casserole pan. Okay, see you in a minute.